On in, sit on down, and have a nice old talk with Auntie. Come on in. Ladies, come on in. Sit on down, let's have a nice old talk, baby. To my men too. Men, y'all come on in, have a seat. Come on in and have a seat and sit on down, get you some water. Look, I got my water. Get you some water. And come on and sit on down, baby, and have a nice old talk with Auntie. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some situationships today. And being delivered from that, being broke free from that, coming out of that. And God put this in my heart. He put this in my spirit. Ooh, I'm finna prop up and everything, baby, because we finna have a nice old talk. Come on, sit down and talk with Auntie. God put this in my spirit for a reason. And he put this in my spirit to talk about this because I know that there's a lot of people that you trying to get your transformation. You trying to become the person that God has created you to be. You've been watching these videos. You've been coming to class. To those of you that join the membership, you come into the group coaching sessions every week. You take the master classes. You come to the seminars. But it is that one thing that you still trying to beat. It's that one setback that you still trying to overcome. And for many of you, it's a situationship. It's a situationship. Now, to those of you that don't know, like, what is that? What is a situationship? A situationship is when you involved with somebody, you involved with a person, and it's not a title, right? It ain't got no title on it. So there is no real commitment there. There is no real covenant there. You just messing around with some stuff. And this go for my men and my women. It's a situationship because it's what they call, it's complicated. When they ask your relationship status or your marriage status or whatever, or you single, married, whatever, you say it's complicated. Because it's like you kind of got somebody, but you don't really got nobody. Like you kind of got somebody, but you still single too. That's what I'm talking about. That's what a situationship is. I hear the Lord say that I have need of you in my kingdom. I just did a video about this. God says, I have need of you in my kingdom. There is purpose on your life. There is destiny on your life. Come on now, destiny is calling you. And God says that your destiny is now. So one of the things that the enemy will try to do is he'll try to hold you up with certain people after your time done passed with those people. He will try to hold you up in certain environments and hold you up in certain areas in life that God didn't already delivered you from that. And God is calling you to a different place. But because you feel a sense of loyalty, come on now, Auntie, no, I get it. You may feel a sense of loyalty to this person. You might say, well, this person have been down for me. Like they've been down for me. Like we done did this, we done did that. Now, let me be clear. Let me give a disclaimer. I am not talking about covenant. I am not talking about marriage. Marriage is different. I'm talking about this is somebody, and this is for men and women, because women, I know we think that it's just us that be dealing with situationships and be caught up with that stuff and have our feelings all involved in it and stuff, but it can be men too. So I'm not excluding men. This is for men and women. You entangled in something. You in an old entanglement. You in a situationship, and you know God ain't in that thing, and you know it's time for you to move on. But seem like every time you try to move on, like that thing calling your name. Come on now. I'm talking to some grown folk. Where my grown folks at, baby? Come on in, sit on down, have an old conversation with Auntie. Every time you try to get your transformation, every time you try to take a step forward in the right direction that God have for you, here they come. They calling you. They texting you. They hitting you up. They texting, what you doing? They texting, I ain't seen you lately. They texting, hey, big head, come on now. And then this is what I hear God saying. He said, you got to cut it off. You got to cut it off. And not just cut it off, but I want you to really go within. I want you to really dig deep within. I want you to sit down with your journal and with your blue ink pen. And I want you to really self-reflect and do some self-evaluation. And I want you to ask yourself some tough questions. I want you to ask yourself some tough questions. I want you to ask yourself, why is it that I know this is not good for me, but I keep going back. Why do I keep going back? What's broken in me? Lord, show me what's broken in me. Lord, show me what is not whole in me. Show me what needs healing. Show me the areas of my heart, the areas of my soul that need healing, divine healing. Ask God. This is what I want y'all to do. I want you to sit down, get your journal, get your blue ink pen, put your phone on do not disturb, okay? I ain't even finna get into all the blocking the person and all of that, because you already know you need to do that. You already know who is for you and who ain't for you. You know who you need to block. You know who you need to cut off. You know what needs to be done. But why is it that we can know what needs to be done, but we don't do it? Or we do it, right? So you make the necessary changes. You get that person out of your life. You cut that person off, but then you right back. Why is it that you can take a step forward, but then you get knocked 10 steps back? It's because of what's in your subconscious mind. I had to learn this. It's because of what's in your soul, what's in your subconscious mind. And you got to address that dirt that's underneath the rug. You got to address that hurt, that trauma, that pain, those experiences that shaped you and molded you, that made you who you are today. And sometimes you got to go all the way back, even to your childhood, all the way back to when you was a little girl, all the way back to when you was a little boy. Because what you're going to see a lot of the time, which is what I realized, a lot of the reasons why I was dealing with the stuff I was dealing with, and I was entertaining stuff that I knew I was better than, but it was like, why am I still entertaining this? Why am I still giving this time and space in my life? It was because of a lot of trauma that the enemy brought upon me when I was a little girl. It was because a lot of experiences that I had, that I saw, stuff that I heard people say, stuff that was in my soul, in my subconscious, that I was carrying around with me, that I didn't even know why I was the way I was. I didn't even know why I could, like I just said, make a decision and then not be able to stand on my decision, end up going right back into that same situation. It's because you made the decision with your conscious mind. See, we ain't just gonna talk about situationships and stuff, but Auntie gonna give y'all some knowledge too, okay? You made the decision to say, this person is not good for me. This person is not my person. Like the longer I stay here entertaining this, the longer I stay with this, and the longer I keep giving this my time, this is just going to hold me up from the things that God have for me. And you know if a person is for you or not, because they not pushing you forward in the direction that God have for you. They pulling you back into your old ways. And then, like I said, with a situationship, there is no real commitment. There is no real covenant. There is no real future in that. It's just something for the time being. It's just something you doing or they doing just to occupy y'all time, or just, just because you like the benefits that you able to get from that person. Benefits. Come on now. But God said you better than that. You are better than that. I want you to put that in the comments, baby. Say, I am better than that. I am better than that. You better than just somebody's good time. You better than just somebody's spot on their roster. You better than just being another member on somebody's team. But you deserve the best of the best. And you the chosen one. And you got to know, when you the chosen one, God has nothing but the best for you. God said, I don't want you in no situationship. Come on now. I don't want you making people your priority when you just an option to them. He said, I got better for you. But you got to know that you're better than that. And you got to do the work on you, the inner work. See, if you still entertaining that, if you're in a season where you still entertaining situationships, all that means is that you haven't sat down to really do the work. You got to sit down and really do the work within yourself. I'm not talking about no physical work that you go out and do. I'm talking about inner work, spiritual work. Get your journal, get your blue ink pen. You got to get new knowledge. Somebody put that in the comments. Say, I got to get new knowledge. I learned that for many of the things that I used to entertain and I used to deal with, I was entertaining it because I didn't know. I didn't know. God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge. I did not know. So when you don't have the knowledge, you will perish in a situationship. You will perish amongst people that ain't for you. You will perish because you don't know, because you lack knowledge. So you have to set an intention to learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. Spend time with God every day. God is the only one. Holy Spirit is the only one that is powerful enough to break that soul tie that you have with that person, to break that unhealthy addiction, that unhealthy connection that you have with whatever person you done joined yourself with. And again, this is for men and women. Come on in, sit down, talk with Auntie, baby. Because I hear God say that you are better than that. So you might have made the decision to say, well, I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to block their number. I'm going to cut that off, you know. And it's not to say that the person that you connected to with the situationship, it's not to say that, you know, they the devil or they this or they that. We ain't saying that, because they got a soul that need to be saved too. But sometimes you got to understand when people just ain't your assignment. They just ain't your assignment. And see, I used to spend a whole lot of time with a whole lot of people that wasn't my assignment. And I ain't saying that you wasn't this or you wasn't that. You God's child. God love you. And I'm praying that God save your soul. But you ain't my assignment. Come on now. So you got to know who is your assignment and who ain't. And you got to know how to move it along, baby. And I'm telling y'all how you going to be able to do that. Like I said, I'm going to give you the knowledge too. For my men and my women. The reason why you make the decision to say that I'm going to leave this person alone, but then you end up right back. You know why that happens? What the spiritual meaning behind that is, what the knowledge behind that. See, when you learn this, you'll understand why you are the way you are. The knowledge behind this is, it is because you made the decision to leave. You made the decision to walk out the door with your conscious mind. See, you have two different parts of your mind. Now, there's many other parts, but for the purpose of this example that I'm sharing with y'all, we're going to focus on two sides of your mind. You have the conscious mind and you have the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is responsible for 5% of your overall thinking, of your overall life. Conscious mind is 5%. The subconscious mind is 95%. When I learned this, when I got this knowledge, it blew me away. It is 95%. But the subconscious mind, many people don't even know that this part of them exists. That 95%, it is the unconscious part of you. It's the part of you that you're not even aware of. It's the part of you that holds all of your beliefs. It holds all of your perceptions about life. It also serves as like a huge memory bank. It stores all of your memories. It stores all of your experiences. It stores everything that you have ever heard ever in your life. Everything that you have ever seen ever in your life. And there is evidence that the subconscious mind of an unborn baby in the third trimester of a woman carrying a child, that subconscious mind of that baby can already hear. So this thing go all the way back. Do you understand me? You battling with some stuff that except you get the knowledge and you understand what you're dealing with, you won't be able to break this. It's too powerful. This is why you make the decision to stop doing something and you end up going back. Because the conscious mind is the part of your mind. Remember we said conscious mind is 5%. The conscious mind is the part of your mind that you make your decisions from. You make a conscious decision to say, I am going to stop talking to this person. I am going to stop texting this person. I am going to stop answering the phone when they call because I know they are not good for me. See, the conscious mind, you make the decision with your conscious mind. But see, the subconscious mind is a whole nother story. The subconscious mind is also going to make sure that you respond, you react, that you live exactly the way that you have been programmed to live. Your subconscious mind is your default habits. That's whatever is in your subconscious mind, that's what you will default to. So if you have experiences in your subconscious mind, you have memories, you have all kind of beliefs about reality, beliefs about life, beliefs about men, beliefs about women, all kind of stuff. All of this stuff, it lives in your subconscious mind. And it dictates your life. It dictates the way you are with men. It dictates the way you are with women. This is why you're in this situationship in the first place. It's because of what's in your subconscious mind. So that is the part of you that you have to address. Because you can make a conscious decision all you want to. That's why we can say we're going to do something and we'll stick to it for a day or two or maybe a week or two. But what happens is you're going to always go back to your default. You're going to always go back to the default habits in you. And if your default habit, if you have an unconscious belief inside of your subconscious mind that says that I am not worthy. Now, you are not consciously saying that, but it's happening in your subconscious mind. Y'all, excuse me. I've been fighting with my eyes. Ooh, don't you start with me. Don't you start with me, because I'm not editing this video. I ain't editing this video, so y'all excuse me, baby. I've been fighting with my eye. It's been super itchy, and it was doing good. And now I want to try to start while I'm recording this video. Want to try to start watering and itching and stuff. Bye, devil. Go on now. Go on now. Look, let me get me a little water. Maybe that'll kill it. Get me a little water, baby. So yes, we getting the knowledge today, baby. We getting the knowledge because you breaking free out of them situationships. No more situationships. Somebody put that in the comments, baby. Say no more situationships. I'm giving you the knowledge to be able to break free from that to where you can make the decision to say you're going to leave that person alone. And you actually going to be able to stand on that. You're going to be able to stand on kingdom business. And you're going to be able to go on about your life and connect with the people that God has for you. Come on now. I hear him say that God say, I got something so much better for you. I don't want you to be talking to people just because you lonely. A lot of times you in situationships because, well, this person is somebody that I can talk to. You know, they know me. Oh, that's a big one. They know me. You know, they know me. They know how I am, Toya. I don't want to fool with none of these other folks because they don't know me. They don't know me like that. At least they know me. They know me. They know my body. They know my mind. They know how I am. They know what I like. The enemy can study you too. The enemy can study you too. The enemy can know what you like too. The enemy can know your body too. The enemy, you think he ain't gonna study you, baby? He gonna study you. Cause once he gets you in his fold, he ain't gonna want to let you go. So he want to be giving you all the things that you like and all the things that make you feel good. So he can keep you right there. Come on now, just like Samson in Delilah's lap. He want to keep you right there. He going to keep on rubbing his fingers through your hair. And you look up and he done snatched your soul. He done got your soul. Come on now. So God say, I got better for you. So you got to get the knowledge. Get the knowledge. Set an intention. Each and every one of you that's dealing with a situationship. I want you to set an intention to say, you know what? I'm going to start educating myself. I'm going to start getting the knowledge. I'm going to start getting on the kingdom teaching. Every day I'm going to get onto some kingdom word. I'm going to get onto me some teaching. That's why I have committed in this season to uploading a video every single day. When I left Houston, Texas, God spoke to me. He said, you got to do more. You got to show up more. You got to come on more. Now, I made an intention to say, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to bring them a video every day, whether it's a recorded video, whether it's a live video, I'm going to be on here every day. Come on now. When you set an intention for something, that's when you're going to see transformation. That's when you're going to see change. So I want you to set an intention to say, I'm going to start educating myself. Because like they say, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And what you don't know is killing you. What you don't know is what's harming you. What you don't know is keeping you back. And you don't know what you don't know. So you got to get the knowledge. You are not going to be able to break free from a situationship except you learn more than what you're learning right now. You got to read more. You got to study more. You got to get in the scriptures. You got to get that Bible, baby. Come on now. You got to get that Bible. You got to read that Bible every day. You got to get to somewhere where you can get information. Get to a seminar. We're going to be having the Divine One seminar in Tallahassee, Florida on June the 7th. Click the link below and get your ticket. You can get in the room. Get in the room for the Divine Ones in-person seminar. Join the academy. Join the monthly membership. It's only $47 a month. Come on now. And we meet every single week. You get 4 coaching sessions with me on Zoom every single month. For for only $47 a month. Come on now. And if you can't do that, come on the videos. I'm giving you free information right here on the videos. I'm teaching you stuff right here every single day. But you got to prioritize that. You got to get new knowledge. And the more you start to learn, the more your mind will stretch. You still entertaining the situationship because that's where your level of thinking is. When your level of thinking stretches, when your mind ascends, when your spirit ascends, because every piece of information that you learn, it stretches you. You grow more. You're exposed to more. And the more your mind stretches, the more uncomfortable it will become for you to stay in that situationship. And so this is why you make the decision and you keep going back. It's because you made the decision with the 5%, with the conscious mind. But the subconscious mind didn't get the memo. And the subconscious mind say, oh, okay, you made a decision. You're going to leave them alone. You made a decision. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Oh, okay. After a week, you might still be able to hold that thing. After 2 weeks, you might, if you're a good one, you can tough it out for a whole 2 weeks. You can hold that thing. But after about 2 weeks, come on now, probably before the end, because we always default back to our habits. One of the books that I love, that I talk about all the time, is Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's an excellent book that you should have in your library, baby, because it done blessed my life. And one of the points in his book, I'm probably saying it wrong, but one of the points in his book, he says that we don't rise. How did he say? We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our habits. I think that's it. We don't rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to the level of our habits. But even if I said it wrong, the point that I want to focus on is you will always fall to the level of your habits. You will always default back to your regular scheduled program. And until you go within, you sit down and you do the spiritual work and you address what is in the subconscious mind. You dig up the dirt. You dig up the hurt. You dig up the experiences. You dig up the trauma. Because before you can move forward, you have to first understand how you got here. What makes me me? Wait a minute, before I can try to get transformation, before I can try to become a new person, before I can try to break this soul tie, break this addiction, break this situationship, I first have to understand what makes me me. Okay, I have this belief, but why do I have this belief? Where did it come from? Where does this stem from? I heard somebody say one time that a statement closes the mind, but they said a question opens the mind. This is why I love coaching so much. I'm a coach myself and I'm an advocate for coaching. I push coaching. Even if you don't get a coach, even if you just coach yourself, coaching is all about asking the right questions. When you ask the right question, I'm going to tell y'all something, a hack that you can use for your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, when you ask it a question, it will search and search and search and search until it finds the answer for you. You have done this before and you're probably not even aware of it. How many times have you been trying to remember somebody's name? You might have been telling a story and you was trying to recall this person's name in the story or whatever happened. And you couldn't think of the person's name to save your life. And you said, what is that person's name? What is that? And we'll say, whatchamacallit? What's her name? What's her name? What's his name? And you ask yourself that question, you be like, oh, what is his name? I can't remember his name. And then it just don't never come to you. It won't come to you while you in that conversation. But what happened? It always come to you later, don't it? It always come to you later. When you ask yourself a question, even if the answer don't come right then, it will always come to you later. That's because when you ask that question, you open your mind. You open your mind and your subconscious mind started searching. Remember, I told you, it is a huge memory bank. It holds all of your beliefs. It holds all of your perceptions. It holds all of everything that makes you you. It holds it. And whenever the Bible makes reference to the mind or the heart, The Bible is talking about the subconscious mind. It's talking about the subconscious mind. That's why the Bible tells us to guard your mind, keep your mind, for out of it flows the issues of life. Meaning that your subconscious mind, you have to be careful what you allow into your subconscious mind, because it will dictate your life. It will run your life. The Bible tells us that the issues of life flow from this place. The Bible also tells us that as a man thinketh in his heart, as a man, as a woman thinks in his heart, in her heart, meaning where? In your subconscious mind, not in the conscious mind. But as you think in your subconscious mind, so is that man. So the Bible is directing us on where we should go. This is where real transformation happens. It does not happen on the surface level. It does not happen on the conscious level. You can say all you want to about what you're going to do and make all kind of decisions for your life. But until you go beneath the surface, until you go under the water and you address that huge chunk of that iceberg, which is your subconscious mind, change won't happen. You'll make a decision, but you won't be able to stick with it. This is why you know what to do, but you just can't seem to do it. Or you can make a decision, but you just can't seem to stick with it. It's because of what's in your heart, what that heart do. Put it in the comments, baby. Say what that heart do. So the subconscious mind, it is your heart. That is your heart. That is where God has to live. That is where he has to come in. That is where you have to allow him to come in and clean you. Clean you. He came into my heart, into my subconscious, and he cleaned me. And so I was able to walk away and never look back. Come on now. I was able to walk away and embrace my new season. I was able to walk away and walk in my purpose. And you're going to be able to do the same thing. So I want you to sit down and I want you to make a commitment to get new knowledge, to educate yourself, to learn something new every day. This is how you're going to break free from that situationship. And I want you to learn. I want you to go to God. I want you to receive the love of the Holy Spirit. Receive the love of God, because it wasn't until I received God's love. It wasn't until I gave my life to Christ and I really understood how much he loved me, and I really understood what love really was. That was when I began to understand that person don't love me. And I also understood that for me to still be here, for me to still be joined to this, I don't love myself. Come on now. So you have to get new knowledge. You have to get relationship with Jesus Christ. You have to give your life to Christ. This is how you break the situationship. This is how you get off the merry-go-round with the devil. Come on now. And you have to sit down and do the spiritual work. I had to sit down and do the spiritual work. And you got to feel the feelings that you're feeling. Don't try to numb the pain. When you do walk away, it's going to feel like you're dying. It's going to feel like you can't make it. But you will make it. You will make it. Instead of, you got to replace that habit that you used to have of going to that person's house, or calling that person, spending time with that person, going out to eat with that person, whatever y'all did. You got to replace that habit with a better habit. So instead of doing that, fill in the blank. Instead of calling them, I'm going to do what? Come on now. Instead of calling them, I'm going to read my Bible. Instead of texting them, I'm going to write in my journal. Come on now. Instead of getting on a FaceTime with them, I'm going to get on a Zoom with my Eagle friends. You got to replace those old habits with better habits, with new habits. Instead of pulling up, because they texting you to my pull up and you lonely and you want somebody to watch a movie with, you want somebody to go out with you, you want, Instead of doing that, what are you going to replace that with? Replace that with doing the spiritual work. Replace that with asking yourself them tough questions. Why? What led to me not loving myself? What's broken in me that I'm still dealing with this person? Lord, show me what's bleeding. What's bleeding in me? What parts of the little girl in me is not healed? What parts of the little boy in me isn't healed? Why am I still entertaining this? And I promise you, just like when you ask yourself that question, or what's that person's name, the answer might not come to you right then, but you better trust and believe, baby. One thing about it, two things for sure. The answer will come to you, and it will come to you in a way that you recognize. It's going to come to you. God going to speak to you. God is going to speak to you, and you're going to be able to break free from that. I speak that prophetically over your life, that you are free from the situationship, baby. You are free from the merry-go-round that the devil got you on, that you getting off the merry-go-round, you leaving the situationship, and you're going to go on about your business. You're going to get healing. You're going to get deliverance. You're going to get your transformation, and you're going to eventually meet the person that God held specifically for you. You're going to meet your purpose partner. You're going to meet eagle friends, and your old life is going to be a distant memory. God say, I'm going to throw it into the sea of forgetfulness, and I will remember it no more. I love y'all so much, baby. This was good old talks with Auntie. I had fun talking to y'all about this one, baby. Listen, if you want some more content like this, you want me to talk a little bit more about some situationships, about some breakups, about that type of thing, baby, because God tell me, yeah, he said, y'all dealing with that. We got some divine ones that's still caught up in that. So y'all comment below, or send me, if you don't want to comment it, send me an email, baby. And let me know if this video bless you. If you got a question, if you want me to go more in depth with something, let me know. And Auntie gonna bring it for you, okay? I love y'all so much. I love you. Now you go on. You look, you done sat down with Auntie. Now it's time to get on up. Go on out there in the world and be great. Go on out there in the world and do what you need to do. Go on out there in the world and make a difference for the kingdom of heaven, for the kingdom of God. You got this. You got this, and you are free. You are delivered. For he whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. You know what you need to do. I'm praying for you, and you're going to make it. Y'all be blessed.